Hello everyone, I'm Extra Cheesy 87 and this is Let's Play Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations Part 31. In the previous video, we learned that we're apparently playing as Edgy Boy, who is not here, but we are not Phoenix Wright. This is, you know, the name of the game says it's Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. I think Phoenix is actually in less than half of the game thus far. Maybe he's at about half, because the two cases he's not in are shorter, but we're Edgy Boy. We already talked to you and everything, right? You have these psych locks that we could not break, or well, we haven't tried yet, but like we assumed we can't break them yet. So let's do some exploring. It's been a couple days since the last video, so we gotta refresh ourselves a little bit. It sure is cold, alright. So, this is it. Dusky Bridge. Wow! It's you, Mr. Edgeworth! Oh my god. Detective Gumshoe. Long time no see, pal. It's been about a year. Has it been longer? It doesn't matter, Detective. What does matter is why you're shuffling around up here. Oh, ouch, and there's that sharp-lived jab. Well, I'm happy to see you anyway, Mr. Edgeworth. Let me guess, you were transferred by HR to the local precinct? A wise decision. The vast amount of nothing up here should be quite easy to guard. I heard you were back in the country and arranged to come all the way out here. Everybody was real nice. They even let me take charge of the investigation, sir. Gumshoe indeed. Like gum in your shoes, impossible to get rid of. Come on, Edgeworth. I'm supposed to report on the details of the crime scene, sir. Anyway, here I am, Detective Dick Gumshoe, reporting for duty. Great. Thank you, Detective. I thought Prosecutor Godot was gonna get here for me. That guy's a real mystery, I tell you. Prosecutor Godot? I just got back into the country, so I don't really know much about the case. It's simple. Well, simple is as simple does, as they say. Oh, you got no idea how much I miss that biting sarcasm of yours, sir. But, seriously, this one's a piece of cake. There's a witness. I saw the whole thing. A witness? I feel like all of our cases start like that. We say we have a witness who has decisive evidence and can never be disproven. And then about 1 hour into the trial, we learn the witness is a fucking liar. Yeah, that bikini lady. Bikini lady? Here, on this freezing cold mountain. Where is she? Do you have a picture? Well, you should talk to yourself if you want the details, sir. I may have to talk to this bikini lady. I mean, decisive witness, myself. Okay, the headcanon is definitely that Edgeworth is, like, horny as hell. So, this is the bridge that Wright fell through. Yep, can't imagine being that reckless myself. Look before you cross is, how it goes, right? Or was that leap? And, is there something on the other side? Yeah, there's some bikini ladies. Oh, okay, I understand why Wright did what he did then. Yeah, some old building they call the Inner Temple. Well, we can't get over there without a bridge, sir. What? Nobody lives there. It's usually not a problem. But someone was at the Inner Temple doing some training and now they're stuck there. Yes, I heard that from Wright. It's Maya Fey. Oh no, her again. Anyway, the air is really turbulent right now, so we can't do an aerial extraction. Okay, I mean, I was thinking that, but I wasn't gonna, like, bring it up. But at least they do address it. No one's gonna be able to reach the Inner Temple until tomorrow, sir. She alright in this cold. So, how did this bridge burn down anyway? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, I think it was the fire that did it. We're almost 100% sure it was lightning. Which, as you know, very frightening. Lightning? You're telling me the bridge caught on fire due to a fluke bolt of lightning? Yep, last night it snowed for the first time in 3 days. It's a little unusual for lightning to occur during a snowfall like that, you don't say. But according to the weather data, lightning definitely struck. Okay. I see. This is a very detailed weather report. Almost too detailed. It even has the exact time the lightning struck the bridge. Yeah, that's like fucking sus as hell. Oh, we got the information from the witness's testimony. Someone actually saw the lightning hit the bridge? Who is this witness? Sorry, I'll go ask one of the local cops later, sir. So who is this prosecutor Gadot? I've never heard of him. Yeah, he's a new guy. Showed up after you left the country. I think he's a complete rookie, but nobody can say a bad word about the guy, even though he hasn't won a case yet. He's kind of bad, actually. What kind of man is he? He just became a prosecutor recently, but he's good, sir. Real good. If he's so good, how is that I've never heard of him? Is he the lead prosecutor in this case? You bet he is! After all, you know who was right in the middle of it. You know who? Phoenix Wright, of course! For some reason, Gadot has really got it in for Mr. Wright. Oh? Yeah, he seemed to have some kind of grudge. Yeah, I don't know about the whole, like, I wonder if it's really that he has a grudge, or if he just, like, is, like, testing Phoenix, like, pushing him so that he, you know, stays sharp out of, like, you know, to kind of keep training him the way Mia would have. Because I can't think of anything, like, I mean, blaming him for Mia's death seems, like, really dumb. I can't think of any real legitimate reason for him to have be, have such a grudge against Phoenix. And what would the cause of this grudge? I don't know. Maybe he made fun of his mask or something. None of this is making any sense. I'd better look into this Gadot myself. Whenever something happens, this guy always shows up like he hadn't got a care. In fact, you know what? Every time he shows up, I always wonder the same thing. Maybe somehow he's actually the cause behind all these incidents. Oh shit, he's on to us. I wonder if Gumshoe has realized it yet. But you could say the exact same thing about him. I mean, you're in a lot of the cases too, Edgy Boy. Your face is more drawn up than the last time I saw you over a year ago. Really? I thought so. Is it? It looks kind of the same. No, wait. It's not so much drawn out as we're getting tired, or maybe just plain old thin. I thought that too, sir. My salary's been kind of on the low end. So yeah, my food options have been kind of non-existent. Just kind of eat some snow and some bushes every now and then. Off-brand chicken soup, off-brand spaghetti, off-brand bread, that kind of sort of stuff. I thought you were really into instant noodles last year. I got really sick of the stuff after a while, sir. He's supposed to be Miss Elisa, you know, what's her name's apprentice or something. I see. Yep, he drew a nice portrait of me. That's nice. But he made me pay him 50 cents for it. I'm sorry about that? You don't seem very interested in Mr. Edgeworth. I really don't want to talk about him, that's why, but you're the one who brought him up. Shut up. There's a lot we don't know about this victim. We don't know her real name or background. We don't know anything, really. That's rather odd. If she were trying to hide her identity, why would she become an author? I'll bet it was just one of those things, you know? You probably never expect to get so popular. I feel like I've seen this girl somewhere before. She wasn't from a prior case, was she? Nope, can't be. We did a database search with her fingerprints and came up with nothing. I see. Just can't shake this nagging feeling. Well, everyone knows you're quite popular with the ladies, sir. Maybe she's an old girlfriend that you sent to Dumpsville when you were younger. Detective, where did you hear such nonsense from? I didn't hear from anyone. It's just sort of how I imagined you to be, sir. Do I really inspire this sort of frothing desire from the female masses? Maybe? Stupid, sexy Edgeworth? I usually hear about promising young prosecutor candidates while they're still in school. But I've never seen or heard of this person. I gotta admit, he's buzzing alright. He just sort of appeared one day, big mug of steaming coffee in his hand. He sounds like an interesting man. Yeah, the whole prosecutor's office is really into double espresso macchiatos lately. Oh wait, we didn't show evidence? You ever seen a real-life attorney's badge? Huh? What's that thing doing on your lapel, Mr. Edgeworth? Is it really that odd? You bet it is, sir! You're supposed to be evil! A prosecutor wearing a defense attorney's badge? That's like a detective with a license to kill! Does this little thing hold that ominous of a meeting? Have you ever seen this thing before? Hey, thanks a lot! I was getting kinda hungry! What are you doing, detective? Ah! I'm hitting buttons, nothing's happening all of a sudden. Okay, that was weird. It was like working like for 1 second and then the controller stopped for like 5 seconds there. I thought it was some kind of candy that would fill me up, sir. Lately, I've been feeling so hungry all the time. Maybe a salad has been cooked just a little too much. Okay, what, 1 second. Alright, we're back. Apparently the controller, like, died. I don't know. But it's fixed now. Or, like, ran out of battery. Even though I just charged it, like, yesterday. What the hell, man? What were we doing? We were just showing off evidence, right? We showed you the Magatama and you tried to eat it. Look, I'm just your everyday simple detective. Don't ask me such tough questions, okay? That's not something to be proud of, detective. Look, I'm just your everyday simple detective. Look, I'm just your everyday simple detective. Look, I'm just your everyday simple detective. Look, I'm just your... Oh, okay, I actually know something about this. There's a lot we don't know about this victim. We don't know her real name, her background. We don't know anything, really. That's rather odd. Okay, this is the same as when we showed her picture. Look, I don't know what the hell the weather is. I don't even believe in it. Yo, Edgy, what took you so long? I'm so cold my brain's turned to sherbet. I knew it was a mistake to race back to this country. What do you mean? Wright is going to be fine, and the case itself isn't anything unusual. What the fuck are you talking about? And I found myself taking a request to defend a woman accused of murder. Hey, wait a sec. Hold it. Objection. What's going on here, Mr. Edgeworth? It's hard to explain, but one thing led to another, and me and Butts are now engaged to be married. What kind of lame excuse is that? And you call yourself a defense attorney? Prosecutor Edgeworth is a prosecutor. That's why he's Prosecutor Edgeworth. Prosecutor Edgeworth, defense attorney, just sounds plain old weird, pal. Right, Prosecutor Edgeworth. I'm not sure what role I'm supposed to be playing anymore. Dude, Edgy. I don't see you for a couple years and your heart turns to sherbet. Larry, before we continue any further, do you want sherbet? Yeah. I'd say it's more like sorbet. It's rather cold here. Iris didn't murder her, someone else did it. I just know it, okay? Just trust me on this one. Never the romantic, aren't you, Larry? Nevertheless, I'll do whatever I can to prove her innocence. At least until I pass the baton on to Wright, that is. Man, I'm telling you, Iris is so cute. Right, Edgy? You think so too, don't you? Larry, you're not like too old, are you? No, you're perfectly aged. Okay. What's wrong? Why are you so quiet? Put it simply, your comment has me highly concerned. He just seems like he's like 45 sometimes. Could it be that the reason you think she's innocent? Come on, a girl that cute can't possibly be a murderer. That was right after all. I should have never come back. No, don't worry. I see things for how they really are this time. Honest. About a penny for every time he said that? Hell, I might just be able to buy a cup of coffee. It's just that, well, Iris is a delicate flower. What the hell does that even mean? You can't force things too much, you know what I mean? I have no idea what you're talking about, Larry. Forget it, man. I didn't say anything. Okay. Larry, where were you and what were you doing on the night of the crime? Wait, Larry? What? Don't tell me. You think I might have done it? What? Get lost! Go back in your own charter jet and get out of my sight, you creep! And I hope your plane crashes and you die! Oh, ask just one more time. On the night of the murder, where were you and what were you doing? As I suspected, Psycho Locks. Come on, Edgy, that's not what they're called. I'm sorry, man, you know me, I just don't remember. My short-term memory's a wreck, dude. I mean, same, but I don't think that would let you get off of being accused of something. Alright, fine. Have you ever seen a real-life attorney's badge? Come to think of it, when you were a kid, you were always saying, when I grow up, I want to be a lawyer and defend people or something like that. That was a long time ago. But see, now you got your chance to follow your boyhood dream for a day. Edgy, you gotta do it. You gotta save my little Iris. This is exactly why I hate childhood friends. And childhood. And friends. Oh, I didn't actually mean to do that. I was just kind of showing stuff off. I highly doubt we have the evidence to, do this. We can at least go through it, I guess. Just to know what we're looking for the first question. Alright, now you're gonna tell me what you really saw last night. Whoa, you're really upset, aren't you, Edgy? Okay, I'll talk. Huh? That was a bit too easy. Yeah, anyway, it was awesome. Never seen anything like it. At around 10 o'clock last night, it started thundering. I've been sleeping, but I'm not sure for how long. Suddenly, zing! The world in front of me went white. Like I'd just been slapped in the face with my own girlfriend, Naomi. And then, I was on fire. The bridge was on fire. The Dusky Bridge caught on fire. Are you saying you saw it with your own eyes? Hey, man, why are you giving me the evil eye? I'm telling you the truth. There's still 3 psycho locks remaining. That means he's still trying to hide something. By the way, Larry, where were you when you saw that happen? Where you say? What do you mean? What do you mean, or what do I mean? Just answer the question. I was in my own room by the main hall. Where else would I be? I wasn't creeping outside Iris's door or nothing. As usual, you're as transparent as an empty jelly jar. The problem, I suspect, lies there. There? What do you mean, there? It's impossible for you to have seen lightning strike Dusty Bridge from your room, because I have a hood. Looks like I don't have enough information. Okay. Hey, I know I may not look like it, but I'm an artist. I refuse to look at anything that doesn't have a radiant or beautiful motif. Damn, you hear that, Maya? He just called your mom ugly. He didn't even give it a glance. You hear that, Iris? He just called your hood ugly. You hear that, Iris? He just called you ugly. I still can't believe it. She was such a great person. But someone pinning this murder on my sweet little Iris. Edgy, please. I'm counting on you. Well, frankly, I was hoping you could give me a little more than that. I mean, do you want like $5? I got it. I'll draw you a portrait. How about that? Since you're kind enough to offer, alright. Can I have my portrait? No? Okay. I suppose this type of thing is necessary up here in the mountains. Hey, this just gave me a great idea. You probably forgot I was here, didn't you, Edgy boy? Because you're looking like mighty spooked all of a sudden. Something tells me he's going to tell me what's on his mind, whether I like it or not. I got an idea for a brand new invention. Why do you make me rich? An invention? Yeah, a car that can travel on snow. I call it a snow car. So, what do you think, sir? Would you go for a ride on something like that? Only after you take the first 1,000 test rides. This gate looks quite old, strong enough to resist the weight of time. I mean, it's kind of like open. I mean, it can't even resist the weight of us just walking in. That's Mr. Edgeworth. I know you got a real flair for words, sir. I've always appreciated this kind of old, timeless elegance. That's why all the kids called me a boomer when I was in school. That's exactly how I feel, too. Take this coat, for example. Like fine wine, it gets better with age. Even fine wine turns to vinegar and begins to stink at some point. I suggest you watch that atrocious rag you call a coat, detective. You can see a small bell tower from here. Hey, that just reminded me. There's something I've always wondered about. Something tells me he's going to tell me what's on his mind, whether I like it or not. We call a person who tells a lie a liar, right? So why don't we call a person who rings a bell a beller? Get it? A beller? Get it? A beller? I'm sorry. I'll explain it again, Edgeworth. So, like, you know how we call someone who lies a liar? So why don't we call a person who rings a bell a beller? Edgeworth, you're not laughing. Or truer for a guy who tells the truth. Oh man, I'm not gonna get any sleep tonight. I had no idea he was such a deep thinker. Edgy, I really don't think you get it. So like, you call someone who lies a liar, yet why don't we call someone who rings a bell a beller? Where are you running, Edgeworth? Come back. I want to see the main hall back there. Oh, brilliant deduction, sir. Some might even call it quite junior high schooly. Are you trying to flatter me, Detective Gumshoe? A brilliant use of suspense to build the tension, sir? According to Wright, the head nun has some important information. I can't miss the opportunity to speak with her, or that bikini lady. Hello, yes, I have come for the bikini lady. Hey, hello there, how you feeling? Yeah, the idea of Gumshoe following us around and being our Mai is very good. I have to admit that. Alright, I suppose. Who is this? My name is Miles Edgeworth. My, a handsome boy such as yourself is always well, because they do kind of like Edgeworth and Phoenix fill the same role in like the conversation. Same with Gumshoe and Maya. Like a lot of this dialogue really could have just been like a lot of Edgeworth's dialogue could have been Phoenix's, and a lot of Gumshoe's could have been Maya's. So I do think it's working well in that regard. My, a handsome boy such as yourself is always welcome. Circumstances weren't so tragic, I might just... Please don't call me boy. I'm sorry to trouble you, but I'm looking for a woman in a bikini. Well, you found her. Now, what can I do for you? Damn. I'm sorry, but I don't see any bikinis. Have you know I'm an expert? Ha ha ha. If you ask nicely, I might give you a peek, big boy. Wah ha ha. Whoa ho ho. Ha ha ha. Mr. Edgeworth, is now really the time for this, sir? This is the head nun, Sister Bikini. She's the witness. Why didn't you tell me that earlier? This is exactly where your salary keeps going getting cut. My stomach's already growling in protest. So, what's the latest about my beloved Iris? Well, first I want to hear what you know. First, I'd like to ask you about last night. Well, last night, we had an acolyte here for training. After dinner, the two of us went to the training hall in the inner temple. You know, he's talking about Maya. Approximately what time was that? I suppose it was about 9 o'clock when we left here. Training lasts all night long. It's extremely exhausting. She's probably dead by now. The channeling dojo's head nun must be in attendance, so I didn't mean to hit the button. Wow, you're right. That does sound exhausting. I kind of like zoned out, so I didn't really hear what you said, but, Detective, this is no time for flattery. I'm sorry. Sometime around 11, you witnessed the incident in the courtyard. But your duty was in the inner temple. Why did you come back here? The way you're staring at me, I'm starting to get goosebumps. Ha ha ha, ho ho ho. I'm starting to get goosebumps myself, but for a decidedly different reason. Ho ho, you get the chills pretty easy, don't you, Mr. Edgeworth? As the head nun, it's your duty to stay with the acolyte at all times, correct? Yeah, that's correct. I know I may look strong, but the truth is, I've got a bad lower back. Same. A bad lower back? Yeah, it's especially bad in the winter. So bad that I can't even lift a bucket. Remember how cold it was last night? My bad back felt as stiff as frozen glass. I just wanted to take a nice hot bath to ease my aching back. That's why I returned to the main hall. Yeah, okay, that sounds suspicious. So you left the disciple all alone. Don't be ridiculous. I would never do that. That's why I ordered Iris to the inner temple after she had rung the bell for lights out. Yes, but she never went to the inner temple, did she? So did this head nun actually see Iris there? I think I'd better try and get some more details. Alright then, I'd like you to tell me exactly what you saw in the courtyard. Must have been past 11 o'clock. Ah, no, I can't say it. It's too much for a poor heart. Hey, calm down, lady. Let go of my tie. I saw two people. One of them was lying on the ground, and I mean, that seems like a pretty incriminating picture. Other was stabbing her from the back with a sword. Did you see this criminal with your own eyes? I didn't want to believe what I was seeing, but it was Iris. You must have been quite shocked. Of course she was! Try putting yourself in her shoes. It'd be like if you were stabbed Mr. Wright smack in the middle of the courtroom, and I happened to witness it from the witness stand. I'd be pretty shocked too. I know it sounds insane, but that's what I saw. When I finally realized what I was seeing, I screamed, and then I passed out. Fortunately for us, her testimony seems to be pretty solid. However, the idea of Iris doing such a foul act seems unnatural. Unnatural? The girl I know simply isn't capable of this sort of foulness. I wonder what she means by that. So who is this acolyte that was here to train at the Inner Temple? Her name is Maya Fey. I treated her very badly, I'm ashamed to say. And after she went through the trouble of signing up for the special course... Special course? I'd like me a special course. Like for my appetizer, I would really like a... It's a training session where you sit on a block of spirit ice and chant 30,000 times. You don't mean to tell me she's doing that or still doing that over the temple, do you? No, of course not. You don't have to worry about that one little bit. Last night, we still hadn't started the training session itself. Well, that's good to hear. Oh, dear. There's one thing I forgot to tell you. Uh-oh, I don't think I like the sound of this, and you still haven't asked what kind of salad dressing I want. Do you know that small girl? I believe she's Mystic Maya's little sister. Oh, yeah. Whatever happened to Pearls? Maya has a little sister? Oh, you mean Little Pearl. That's Maya Fey's cousin. Little Pearl? I thought she was going to visit Mystic Elise after we'd finished with dinner. But I haven't seen her at all since late last night. She's nowhere to be found. You mean she was with the victim? It's all the fault of my stupid, creaky old back. The little girl who was with the victim on the night of the murder is gone. As they say, the plot thickens. About this here. Let me see. Well, as you may know, in order to see reality for what it truly is, we strive to break our attachments to much of the transient material realm. I guess you could call me an immaterial girl. I guess she lives in an immaterial world, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? Get it, Mr. Edgeworth? That's one of the Fae Clan's very own Magatamas. That's a priceless treasure you've got there. Wow, I'm impressed, sir. You never fail to surprise me. Yes, you don't look it, but now I can see you're a real fan of the occult. Excuse me? Oh, of course, this piece couldn't possibly be real, but to have such a nice replica? Clearly, you are a big fan of the Crane tradition. Wow, I'm impressed, sir. You never fail to surprise me. I should have known better than to show this thing around. Huh? Well, look what we found. That's the master of the Crane channeling technique. Misty Fae. Fae. It's been nearly 20 years since Mystic Misty's disappearance. Apparently she intended to pass on the master title to her daughter. Who is this daughter? Well, I myself am part of a branch family of the Fae clan. Even I'm not privy to the information concerning the main family. Well, that's a demon warden hood. Acolytes are highly susceptible to possession by evil spirits, you know? Okay, that's a pretty good hint. That's probably the way the case is going, is that Iris got possessed by someone. That's why we always wear these for protection. Or Pearl got possessed by Iris, and that's why she looked like Iris, because of weird spooky moombly joombly. That's why we always wear one of these for protection. I see. Or Maya got... I mean, I don't know why Maya would have been here, but I don't know. Granted, we've already done the possession angle. Are we going to do that again? Granted, that case ended up not being that someone was possessed and killed someone, but I don't know. What are you waiting for? Well, you won't get any protection just by holding it, you know? Put it on already. No, I can't. I just can't. Ah ha ha, ho ho ho, ho ho ho. It was like I was just made for you, Mr. Edgeworth. Please let me see. What do you mean by that, detective? It was absolutely marvelous. You've just got to keep it on for a while. Is this some sort of divine retribution? About this picture. Well, look at that. That's pretty S to the Xy, don't you think? Yeah, absolutely. Until recently, we avoided exposure in such magazines. But this time we had our reasons. Is that so? For example, ha ha ha! Well, why deny the world of such a lovely face? Oh, how could such a terrible thing have happened? It's all my fault. Oh, come on, lady. I don't think you need to take on all the blame yourself. Quiet! What do you know anyway? Ouch! I mean, you're scary. That stupid 5 o'clock shadow and that stupid old coat of yours. It's too bad that you weren't the one that disappeared. Fine, I guess I'll just go jump off the damn bridge. Nobody fucking appreciates that. Gumshoe. Oh, Gumshoe. Oh, we don't like you. Oh, hey, Gumshoe, I know you saved the day last time, but, like, shut up. You're a fucking idiot. Why did you have to take it all out on me? Her anger does seem a little manufactured. Well, how about this here? This man, his face betrays a life of suffering and great weariness of the world. I mean, you could just call him ugly. Sure. But even so, I can't believe this guy jumped into the river. Think of all the fun things he might have enjoyed if he had just lived. Relentless spiritual training alone is no way to live a complete life, huh? Or lead a complete life? Sounds like she's got some major regrets she's dealing with. Perhaps I should let Gumshoe explain Wright's situation to her from me. Hey, don't look at me like that. Do your own dirty work, sir. About this here. This is Mystic Elite's apprentice, is it not? I think he might have a bit of a crush on me. Sweet boy at any rate. Huh? Oh, I don't blame him. Sister Bikini understands the temptations of younger men. Uh-huh. But I'm afraid it wouldn't be proper to abuse my position. I am head nun, after all. I mean, based. But in return, I did allow him to draw a portrait of me. I pray it was a pose that maintained your modesty, for everyone's sake. It's all my fault. Wait, is this the same dialogue? Come on, lady, I don't think you need to put... Okay, is it the same? You said you went with Maya to the training hall in the inner temple last night. Did you happen to see Iris while you were there? Of course I saw her. I told her to meet us after ringing the 10 o'clock bell for lights out. So you're saying Iris came to the inner temple then? Of course she did. Iris has always been a good, obedient girl. I mean, aside from that time she murdered those 3 people. After that, I had Iris help Mystic Maya begin her training. That doesn't fit with Iris' story at all. She said that she never went to the inner temple. As they say, the plot thickens. It's all my fault, me and my stupid back. Mystic Elise have been murdered and an important acolyte is trapped. And a little girl's been lost. You know, you really shouldn't be so negative. It creates bad karma or something. Quite right, I need to do some more training myself, I think. He's a very important visitor, you know? An honored acolyte. Honored? How so? The Fae name is synonymous with the crane channeling technique. Therefore, she must be a spirit medium of great power indeed. Now, you mentioned it 1 year ago. There was a case that was about to master the crane channeling technique. Detective? I detest talk of supernatural dribble. I suppose now you'll say she has midi-chlorines? Oh, so it gives you the creeps, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? It's got nothing to do with it. You think Edgeworth liked the sequel or the prequels? Oh, this poor girl. Where could she have gone? Well, we checked from her home and she's not there. And she's nowhere in the vicinity of the temple either. Which means there's only a few other possibilities as to where she could be. You think maybe she fell off the bridge and was carried downstream? Shut up, Gumshoe. Why do you have to be such a pessimist, detective? I was just trying to think like you, Mr. Edgeworth. Ironic, I became a pessimist only after I had the pleasure of working with you. Okay, here's my, like, hot prediction. Iris is Pearl, maybe? Like, I don't know, like maybe Iris is possessing Pearl's body and Pearl just looks like Iris? Or something like that. I feel like that's something that could happen. Like a character that we think is someone is actually someone else. It's an altar with a giant Makatana enshrined on it. There are a lot of candles lined up in it, too. You know, I haven't had a birthday party for myself in a while. Maybe you should blow out these candles over there to make up for that. Mr. Edgeworth, would you mind singing happy birthday to me? Stop that! Cut that out! Please don't blow out the altar candles! Too late. There's flowing script written everywhere on the walls. Man, I bet you'd have awful nightmares if you tried to sleep in here. This is our main hall, so it's protected by a variety of magic spells and charms. They're all designed to prevent evil forces from entering. So if I slept here, the Oogie Woogie Boogie Man wouldn't hunt me down for eternity? Alright. Okay, have fun, Edgeworth. I'm taking a nap. Does this guy think about everything other than eating and sleeping? It's a warm cat box. Where are all the cats? It's called a hibachi. It's for heating the room. Oh, look at all these ancient straw frisbees. Those are a type of zabuton cushions called Inza. Yes, I'm a nerd. Why are you giving me such a hard time, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? Why? Because learning something new might actually be a good thing for you, Detective. There are more Inza cushions in the corner of the room. It's not a white piece of paper sticking out from under that stack. Huh, beats me. Oh well, probably nothing important. Would you mind checking that for me, Detective Gumshoe? Yes, sir. Here you are, Mr. Edgeworth. Looks like an old manila envelope. Yeah! What is it, Detective? This could be it! An ultra important clue, a special super clue! I suppose I should read it myself then. Looks like a letter addressed to Sister Iris. Tonight at 10 at Heavenly Hall. Unless you want your secret to be exposed. This sounds like a blackmail letter. Nice going there, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, that was Gumshoe. Didn't realize until like halfway through the line. Why can't I ever find clues like that? You're an ultra important prosecutor, a super duper prosecutor. Well, I suppose it takes a super duper kind of dumb to miss a clue like this. Rude. And so they put the sword back in the hand after she got stabbed. Like, hey, I know it's got like blood and shit on it, but like, hey, it got to be back in its rightful place, or else it'll be invaded by the spirit realm. And this is where the murder took place, sir. You probably couldn't tell that, but when you got the eye of a detective, you can tell when something fishy's happened. Other than removing the body, we left everything else untouched. Thanks, detective. Let's have a look around. Looks like the police are still investigating. Oh yeah, by the way, thought I'd better ask just to be sure. Are you really going to defend that nun Iris at the trial tomorrow? Yes, I will. I gave her my word and now I must follow through with my commitment. Well, in that case, I gotta be careful. Gotta make sure I don't leak the prosecution's whole investigation. Don't worry about it, detective. Just keep your mouth closed and I think most of it will flow out on its own. You got it, sir. I'll make sure it flows out like water from a tap. Yes, you do that, detective. Just how much has your runny spout leaked over the years? So the sword in this gold statue is actually the murder weapon? Sure is. It's called a Shicho, by the way. Nasty piece of work, sir. There's still blood on it. I suppose this is the victim's blood? I mean, hell, we don't know. Yep, all over the blade. Speaking of all over the blade, there are fingerprints all over the hilt of the Shicho. Fingerprints? Naturally, they match the prints we got from the younger nun, the defendant. The fingerprints are on the murder weapon? What's wrong? You're looking really solemn. Is this how it is for Wright? Is this what it's like to be a defense attorney? Yeah, I figure it doesn't really feel good. To be honest, it feels more like it's detrimental to your health. It does say apparent murder weapon. What's this? It looks like a wizard staff. Might let me cast a fireball for... It belonged to the victim. There's nothing strange or magical about it. Oh, okay, yeah, whatever. Oh yeah, listen, this is just between us, okay, sir? Yes? What? This is top secret stuff. Don't tell anyone about this. Alright. Truth is, I was a kid. I wanted to be a wizard. That's it? That's who you wanted to tell me? That's it! The staff was made from a very strong kind of wood. What about fingerprints? Were there any on it? Just the victims. I just love skiing. Really? You don't, seem like the type. Well, what about sleds? Sleds? Ah, they're a little too kiddie, you know? Messing with my hard-boiled image. Those are the sounds, Mr. Edgeworth. Is the world starting to go mad? The main gate must be just over that stone wall. Ah, stone walls. I jumped over a few of those in my time. Most of them are good memories, but not all. Detective, perhaps someone should introduce you to the concept of a paucity of words. It's a lantern. I suppose they light it at night. Well, duh. Why would they light it during the day? You already got the biggest lantern in the sky. There's something elegant about the fire of a light. The light of a fire, I mean. At the end of each month, I always like to relax in my room by candlelight. No, it's not because I didn't pay the electricity bill. Detective, can you not afford to pay your electricity bill? No, I just said it's not because of that, Mr. Edgeworth. How'd you know? Yeah, looks like that was everything. So, alright, we'll call it here, and next time we will talk to old Gumshoe. I'm Extra Cheesy 87. Stay tuned for the next part. And bye, guys.